What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update, giving you the latest ins, outs and contract news with Manchester City. We seem to be rocking out these videos daily. We've got plenty of news to get through, so make sure, like always, if you are interested and enjoying the content, then make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're smash past 7,000 subscribers, so we're aiming for 8,000 subscribers. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. At the time of recording now, we're making some good gains with less than 900 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also you can find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget also my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. We'll be 100% doing Manchester City daily transfer updates when the transfer window does open at the end of the season. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. We got nowhere near the 260 like goal that I set for my last video, so let's go for it again. 260 likes. Any help towards that will be much appreciated. And don't forget also, leave your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below. Like always, I am interested in what you do have to say. And so, let's crack on with this video. And we've got a little bit of contract news. No, it's not in the form of what we were speaking about yesterday with Kevin De Bruyne or Eric Garcia, but it does come in the form of a Manchester City youngster. It comes in the form of Oscar Tarensi, the 17-year-old left-back in the City under-18s team through the City Academy, who has, and congratulations to him, signed his first professional contract at Manchester City. So congratulations to the young man. Looking forward to seeing what Oscar is going to offer Manchester City, and I'm wishing him all the best in his professional footballing career. So we're going to move on to the outs now. We've got a couple of updates. We're first going to speak about Luke Bolton. Interest in this one. He's returned back to Manchester City after his loan was not renewed with Luton Town, who are struggling near the foot of the Championship. So I thought they'd be wanting as many players as possible to be helping them with their relegation bid to try and stay up in the Championship. But he's returned back to Manchester City after his loan was not renewed after June 30th. Found this really strange. Luton made an announcement yesterday via one of their press associations that's close to them, one of their local news press, and they said that Luke Bolton was recalled by Manchester City. He wanted to return back to Manchester City. Man City wanted Luke Bolton back at Manchester City rather than staying out on loan at Luton Town. I don't know whether this is down to playing time or him being unhappy or something. Obviously something isn't quite right. I found it a little bit strange, if I'm completely honest, but there we go. Luke Bolton has returned back to Manchester City after Luton Town had said that they were willing to keep him until the end of the season. So yeah, it was Manchester City's end that's ended up seeing him recalled. I don't know what's happened there. I'm going to keep my eyes out there and ears open to see why that was. Anyway, moving on from that strange story, we're going to go and report on Angelino. Now, the Manchester Evening News were reporting yesterday that City and Leipzig are back at the negotiations table over Angelino. Now, Red Bull Leipzig, they've identified an appropriate offer for Angelino, which is believed to be a loan offer. City are looking for roughly around 22 to 23 million euro as per his clause in his loan contract at this moment in time, which is seeing him play for Red Bull Leipzig, and they have the option to sign him for 22 to 23 million euro, not what was reported in the article, which is 25 million pounds. And so City could be speaking about a loan. Some people have a problem with it, some people don't. My thoughts on it: I've not got a problem with him being sent out back on loan to Red Bull Leipzig as long as at the end of that loan, so I'd presume at the end of next season, it's no longer an option to buy but an obligation to buy. Then there's a sell-on fee or a buyback clause there for Manchester City is what I'd be looking for. I imagine we don't want to keep signing Angelino and selling him again and messing him around, so I'd hopefully see City put on a sell-on fee or something like that. Would be very good in my opinion. But like I said, I'm looking for an obligation to buy rather than an option to buy, which I think would suit Manchester City better than obviously looking elsewhere. And obviously having him loaned and then having an option to buy again, because we're just in the same situation next year as what we are this year, obviously with Angelino having a year less on his contract. So I'd hoping that City would be able to have that obligation to buy, because I'm very confident that if not, and he doesn't join Leipzig, I'm confident that Angelino could be sold permanently this summer, and I'm confident we could get at least 23 million euro that we're looking for Red Bull Leipzig. So I'm hoping City can be strong here in negotiations and get a very good deal for ourselves. So we'll see what the developments are. But I'm going to be very unhappy if it is a loan and there's just an option to buy again next season, because we're wasting time. We are. And also it's unsettling for Angelino. He'll want his long-term future sorting out. So hopefully City can get that sorted for his sake. And it's a good chance here for City to make a little bit of cash. And I will say that if failing that and there's no offers for Angelino, I'd be more than happy to take Angelino back. I just feel like he doesn't suit the system at Manchester City. I feel like he suits a free at the back and attacking left wing back where there's not as much defensive responsibility. I don't think City are going to offer that. We're always going to look for a little bit of sustainability in defence, and I don't think Angelino can offer that. Offensively, he's wonderful. He's a fantastic left-back, in my opinion. Defensively, though, City are looking for someone a little bit stronger, but if we've got teams out there, like I said, that are going to cover and have three centre-backs that are going to cover that left-back position, allowing Angelino to go further forward, that really suits his game, and that is currently what happens with Leipzig. He's allowed to be offensive, he's allowed to go down the wings, and he's allowed to put balls into the box and really get forward and put teams under pressure with attacking style of football. So we'll see what happens there. But Angelino's a really good player, and I'm surprised there isn't more interest in him, but I don't know if City's offered him out to other clubs or whether they're just trying to negotiate with Leipzig. We'll wait and see. We've got an update on Zack Steffen. This is brilliant news. He's been granted now a work permit for him to work in the United Kingdom. He's now eligible to play for Manchester City, which is good news. Obviously, when he first joined, he wasn't. That's why he had to be loaned out to Germany instead, so he could work there because he couldn't work in the UK. Well, now he's allowed to work in the UK. ESPN, they're reporting this news. They're saying that Zack Steffen, with this news, is now going to be Manchester City's new number 2 next season when Claudio Bravo's contract expires at the end of the season, and he will be leaving Manchester City. So it doesn't look like we're going to get a new signing for a new number 2 at Manchester City. Steffen, I'm hoping, is going to put Ederson under a lot of pressure, force Ederson to step up his game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Steffen in a Manchester City shirt, seeing what he's capable of doing. Of course, he has picked up a little bit of a bad injury at this moment in time, so I'm hoping that he'll be fully recovered and ready to go for the start of the 2020-2021 season. Still waiting for clarification on what's going to be happening with the third choice keeper. Is it going to be Aaron Muric? Is he going to be sold? Is he going to be loaned out? I do not know. Will Grimshaw be promoted? Again, I do not know what's going to happen there. Or are we going to try and sign another goalkeeper, or we're going to go back in for Scott Carson? As far as I'm aware, he's not been released from Derby, or they've not announced it, and I don't know if he's still at Manchester City. I've not got any updates on that, but cult hero Scott Carson, I wouldn't rule out being signed on a permanent basis for Manchester City. And now we're going to move on to the ins. We've got lots of little stories developing here. So first we're going to start with a Adama Traore update. Now SportMediaSet are reporting that Juventus, they've made the first move to try and sign the Wolves winger. Juventus are now in contact with Traore and his representatives, letting them know that they are keen on signing him this summer. News from Manchester City is that we've not made a move, we're just being linked, we're just interested at this moment in time, nothing concrete. No moves have been made. Juventus have made the first move, and so City being pushed behind, and Juventus stepping ahead there in the chase for Adama Traore. Now we've got an update on Facundo Pellistri. Not heard of an update on the youngster in a little while, but we've got an update now according to Calcio and Mercato.com. They're reporting Chelsea have joined Juventus and Manchester City in the race to try and sign the Penarol youngster from Uruguay as an 18-year-old forward. Mentioned him in previous videos, don't know too much about him, but obviously now we're getting him back in the news with more clubs interested, so we're waiting and seeing if we're going to be able to add Pellistri to our academy or not. Now, we've got a new name alert, comes in the form of Benoit Badiashile, I hope that's how you say his name, of AS Monaco. He's a 19-year-old centre-back. Apparently Pep Guardiola is really keen to bring in the man from Monaco. That's according to AS over in Spain. Apparently Monaco, in terms of a fee, they're looking for around 40 million euro for the young centre-back. Like I said, don't know too much else about him. I've not seen him play. I'm sure some of us will and may be able to give more of a detailed explanation maybe in the comments below of seeing Badiashile. I'm probably butchering his name there as well. Seeing him play to see what he's capable of. But City getting linked with a young centre-back. Apparently City are keen on definitely signing at least one centre-back. Don't rule out two. And we have seen previously City saying they wanted an experienced centre-back and then a younger, rawer, more developed player to come in. I would have thought that might have come in a homegrown player perhaps, but it may be Badiashile of AS Monaco, I do not know. Now moving on to our last story, we have got a big update on Ferran Torres of Valencia. Now, Sir Deportivos Valen, a source in Valencia, not sure how reliable they are because I've never heard of them, I'm afraid, so we're just going off what they've reported, but they're reporting that Manchester City, they want to complete the signing of Ferran Torres now. They want it done and dusted, and apparently Manchester City are prepared to make, and I quote, a serious investment to try and bring the 20-year-old winger into Manchester City, and he will be a direct replacement for Leroy Sane. No fee is being mentioned. Valencia want to sell this summer. He's unwilling to sign a new contract. He has got 1 year left on his contract, much like the Leroy Sane saga, but this time Valencia are Manchester City, and Manchester City are Bayern Munich at this moment in time if we're switching the roles. Now, he's got a release clause of €100 million. City definitely will not be paying €100 million for the 20-year-old winger. There's lots of interest from around Europe, clubs in the Premier League. I know Chelsea's been linked, Arsenal's been linked previously. I think Real Madrid and Barcelona have been linked previously as well. So I'm just wondering how much Manchester City are willing to go here. Obviously, with a release clause out the window, it's going to have to be a negotiation, and if it is, then Manchester City, I feel, are going to have to be quick. How much is City going to pay, I do not know. We know that Leon Bailey could be available for £20 to £30 million as a replacement for Leroy Sane, so I wouldn't have thought City would be looking to pay too much over that. With 1 year left on his contract, the pandemic hitting, City will be looking to get that on a reduced price. It'll all be about Ferran Torres wanting to join Manchester City and kind of forcing his way towards Manchester City and saying, I don't want to join anyone else other than Manchester City. I want to work with Pep, and then working on the price and negotiating it down from there. So it looks like City may well be signing a replacement for Leroy Sane this summer, and it could well come, if you're going to believe sources in Valencia, with Ferran Torres, which they believe a deal is closing in. No word from sources in England just yet to see how solid this story is. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can bring you a further update on this. So there we go, that has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will be doing another video today for you to stay tuned for. We've got the Champions League quarter-final, semi-final, and obviously the position for the final. The draw for that is today, and I'm not going to be streaming it live, but I am going to be doing like my live reaction and giving you my thoughts to the draw and everything for a video to look forward to later on today. So stay tuned for that, and I'll be back again tomorrow, more than likely, for another Manchester City transfer update, along with my live stream for that Brighton game, which I'll put live at some point, possibly today as well, so stay tuned for that. So there we go, that's been the video. Make sure you leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget also, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here, press that red button, press the bell to put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do upload, so you can be kept in the loop with the latest Manchester City transfer news and the latest news too. We've got a video out on Monday as well with the verdict from CAS. Will City have a Champions League ban or not? We have the answer on Monday, so stay tuned for that as well. Social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, and my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And I'll see you all again for the next video, so I hope everyone is safe and well, and I'll see you all again for the next Manchester City video, which will be that live reaction to the Champions League draw. So I've been JSGC, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.